Hi, my wonderful crochet friends. Welcome to my channel. My name is Ashley with Posh DIY Crochet Patterns. Today's tutorial will be this weighted Easter egg pattern. So this pattern is filled with polyfill stuffing, and it is also filled with just a little handful of beans at the bottom so that it's weighted so it doesn't get completely knocked over anyway. So this is my original. This is just a solid white egg here, and it has um, the weighted beans in it also. And this is the pattern that I'm going to teach in the tutorial. I'm going to teach how to make this one with all three Premier Chenille yarns here. So we got hot pink, lime green, and this is kind of like also a neon color. It's like a coral color, kind of like an orange color, coral color. So yeah, get your hooks ready and let's get started. Today's tutorial, we will be making this Easter egg. This is a weighted egg. So it's filled with beans right here at the bottom. It's mainly stuffed with polyfill stuffing and just a little bit of Great Northern beans. You can use a variety of things. You could use beans, different types of dried beans. There's also a thing called poly pellets that you can purchase, and you can also stuff a little bit of that in there for a little bit of weight to it. But yeah, so it's weighted, so it's not going anywhere. So I think that's pretty neat. And you can embroider this egg. You can crochet multicolors like I'm going to do today. So today I will be using, these are Premier yarns. So I have three colors here. So I have this really pretty hot pink color, this pretty neon green color, and then this pretty, it's like a coral orange color. So I'm going to use these three colors and do sections. That way I have a multicolored egg. And we are also going to be using a H 5mm crochet hook today. I will be using my large needle here. This is doll needles. This is really great. I really like these needles. I prefer using these over the regular darning needles. So I will be using the large eye for that. And then I have a little piece of wire that I will use to thread the chenille yarn through that little eye of the needle. And I have a bag of Great Northern beans here. These are dried beans. I'm going to pick out just a very small handful of these beans, ones that are not cracked open or damaged, ones that are just good and solid. So I'll just need a very small handful. You don't need much of these beans at all. And of course, we will need a pair of scissors. And last but not least, you will also need your polyfill stuffing, because most of this egg here, most of both of these eggs are filled with polyfill stuffing from here to here, and then the rest of the egg is filled with beans. And also, please be advised that beans are a choking hazard to children, and so are the poly pellets. So definitely either keep this way up high in a closet, keep it away, or don't stuff it with beans at all. But as you can see, beans can find a way of working themselves out of crochet projects. So definitely don't want that around the little children. And when we begin our egg, so the very first few rows will be the top of our egg. So the last few rows that we make of the pattern will be the bottom. So I just wanted to let you all know that. And I will be starting off with this hot pink color for the top portion of our egg. To begin, we will make a slip knot. So we will not be making a magic ring. I'm going to show you all a trick. So what we will do, we will chain 5. What we will need to do, we will need to work into the back bump of each of these 4 chains. So on that second chain from our hook, so here's our first chain here. We're going to go into that second chain, but I need the back bump of that chain. Right there. And we will be making all half double crochets for this pattern. So we will need to yarn over, wrapping that yarn around our hook once. We're going to go into that back bump of that chain. We are going to yarn under. So we will need to swing our hook up and catch that yarn and pull that through and up. We have our 3 loops. Now we can yarn over and pull that through. We're going to do this one more time in that same back bump there, that same chain. Swing it up, yarn under, and pull that through and up. Yarn over and pull through all 3. We have 3 chains left here. In the next 2 chains, we will make 1 half double crochet in each. So I'm going to look for that back bump there. Yarn under and pull through and up. Yarn over, pull through all 3. I'm going to repeat this. That next chain and that back bump, that BB. So anytime I write my patterns, if it's in the back bump, I will put BB. And our very last chain here, in the BB, we will make 2 half double crochets. I just need to find, sometimes it's a little hard to find that back bump in that very first chain, but it's there. You'll find it. You can do it. We need 1 more. So now we have our first row, but we're going to continue making our first row on the opposite side of these chains. So by working into the back bump of these chains, we created a chain of itself here at the bottom. So we're just going to turn it upside down. In that same chain there that I just worked into, I'm going to go back into that chain and make 1 half double crochet. And I have this little yarn tail here. I can just hold it down, or I can hold it like this with it laying over top, and I can crochet over top of that. But with this chenille yarn, it's a little difficult to find your stitches doing it that way, so I'm just going to leave it hang out. In the remaining 3 chains, we're going to make just 1 half double crochet in each chain. So let's see, I just worked into this one. Here's my next chain, there's the second chain, and there's the third. So we'll go right here, make that half double crochet. Here's my next chain. And sometimes with chenille yarn, it's a little hard to find your stitches, but you just have to estimate. That's the best way I can tell you to do it, is just estimate how far away that tight little chain would be. And then plus spreading them apart. So I see here, I have 1 half double crochet right here, which means my chain is right there above it. And then right here in the beginning, all of those 2 that that chain 1 and those 2 half double crochets are all right here in this chain. So I just spread it apart. I see my half double crochet, that chain's right above it. Yarn under, pull it up and through, yarn over, pull through all 3. And then I have just that one chain left here. I'm going to go in that, yarn under, pull it up, yarn over, pull through all 3. Now I chained 1, so that chain 1's going to be right about here. Well, actually that chain 1's going to be right here, and we need to slip stitch join right above that. And if you want, you can just pull it apart. So you see there's my first half double crochet. The chain that created that is right before it. So this right here, it might be a little tight because we chained 1 for that, but it's right here. So you just spread that apart. There it is, that little chain. So these 2 chains are going to be a little tight. So you know right here is going to be that chain 1. Right here is going to be that chain you slip stitch join into. So it's all about memory and estimation, but you can do it. You've been crocheting for a while. You know what you're doing. You know where it's at. It's okay. You can do it. I know you can. So I slip stitch joined and I tighten that down so I don't get that slip stitch join confused with my regular chains. So let's see, I believe I have 10 chains in total, 10 half double crochets all the way around for row 1. For row 2, we will chain 1. In the same chain, we will make 1 half double crochet. I'm going to go into that same chain there, and we are yarning under, pulling that through and up, 3 chain or 3 loops on our hook, yarn over and pull through all 3. So each half double crochet will be made like that throughout the entire pattern. So we did our first chain. In our next chain, we will make 1 half double crochet. In the next 3 chains, we will make 2 half double crochets in each chain. So in the next 3, make 2 in each. Let's see, I accidentally skipped a chain. Let's see here, spread this apart. Let's see, did I? Do I get a chain right there? Is that my same chain? That is my same chain, so I did not skip a chain. So I'll go into that chain and make 2 half double crochets. I feel like I skipped a chain. It has a gap in it. No? All right. It's all good. We got this. Okay, so we have that 2. In the next 2 chains, 2 half double crochets in each. In the next 2 chains, we will make 1 half double crochet in each. That's 1, and that's 2. Let's see. In the next 3 chains, we will make 2 half double crochets in each chain. Looks like I have one chain left. 2 half double crochets in that chain. So we finished row 2. Now we need a slip stitch join. So we need to find that chain. So there's that chain 1. So right here is our slip stitch join. I'm going to tighten that down. We have 2 rows finished. Chain 1 to prepare for row 3. In the first 3 chains, we will make 2 half double crochets in each. So here we go. We're going to go into that same chain and make 2 half double crochets. Next chain, 2 half double crochets. And in that third chain, 2 half double crochets. In the next 5 chains, we will make 1 half double crochet in each chain. So for the next 5, just 1 in each one. And if I'm moving too fast, at the top of the screen right here is a little tool button. It's like a little settings button. Hit that button and you'll see playback mode. You can either slow down the video or fast forward the video, whichever you like. Let's see, I made 1, 2, 3, and 4. One more. So we needed 5. There we go. In the next 3 chains, we will make 2 half double crochets in each. So that was 1. It's 2. And 3. In the next 5 chains, 1 half double crochet in each. Last chain, we will make 1 half double crochet. So actually the last 6 chains will make 1 half double crochet, sorry. Okay, so now we're looking for that slip stitch join, that first half double crochet chain. So here's our chain 1, and then right here is our half double crochet chain, our first one. I'm just going to yarn under and slip stitch join and tighten that down. So I have 3 rows done. I believe I wanted to do the pink for 4 rows. So really quickly we got 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we'll do in green 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. So we'll do 4 rows of each color. So one more row of this color, chain 1. Row 4, let's see, first chain here is 1 half double crochet. Next chain, 2 half double crochets. And the chains look pretty close to each other. We're doing 2 in that second one. Next chain, 1 half double crochet. And if I'm going too fast, just hit that button and play around. It'll show like 0.5, 0.1, 0.1, 0.5, 2.0, and you hit those and it'll slow it down or speed it up for you. So let's see here. So next chain, 2 half double crochets. So in that fourth chain, 2 half double crochets. Next 8 chains, we will make 1 half double crochet in each. So we have to count 8. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And the next chain, we will make 2 half double crochets. Next chain, we will make 1 half double crochet. Next chain, we will make 2 half double crochets. In the last remaining chains, we will make 1 half double crochet in each chain. And that was our slip stitch join right there, so that's not a chain right there. So now we need a slip stitch join into that top chain here for that half double crochet. So we're going to go into that chain. We got that pink loop still on our hook here. We are going to switch colors. So I'm going to go to this color green. If I can find the tail here. All right. So we have our tail. So I'm just going to pinch it in between my fingers and pinch here. And I'm going to yarn over to pull this through and through that stitch there. And now what I'm going to do is I want to find that pink strand and I'm going to pull it and tighten that down. I'm just going to pinch here and then pull this green down a little bit. Chain 1 with that green. So now we're working with the green and we are on our 5th row. For our 5th row, we are just going to make 1 half double crochet in each chain all the way around. So I'm going to go into that same chain, I slip stitch joined, and make 1 half double crochet. I'm going to make 1 half double crochet in each chain all the way around. It's going to be a pretty egg. Beautiful decoration. So if you have any bunny decorations at all, put these near your bunnies. Oh, it's going to look so cute. All right, so here we are. We're at the end. And we need a slip stitch join, so that's our chain 1, and this is our chain up here for our first half double crochet. I'm just going to yarn under, pull that through, and slip stitch, pull that tight. Chain 1. Let's see, row 6. In our first chain, we will make 2 half double crochets in the same chain here. In the next 6 chains, we will make 1 half double crochet in each. 1, 2, 3, and 6. And that is our repeat for this row. So our next chain here gets 2 half double crochets in that same chain for an increase. That's 2. Next 6 chains, 1 half double crochet in each. Oops. Did one extra. I was on a row there, wasn't I? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Sorry about that. Getting a little carried away. So now we repeat the pattern. So in that next chain, 2 half double crochets. Next 6 chains, 1 half double crochet in each. And that next chain there, 1 half double crochet, or 2, I'm sorry, 2 half double crochets in that same chain. The rest of these remaining, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 half double crochet in each. And I see that really, really tight slip stitch join right there, so I know that right there is a chain. So now we need a slip stitch join up here in that first half double crochet chain. And pull that slip stitch join tight. So it's 2 rows of green, so we need 2 more rows of green. Chain 1. Let's see. For the next 2 rows, we will do 1 half double crochet in each chain. So this is row 7. For row 7 and 8, just 1 half double crochet in each chain. And both rows will be in the color that you're using right now. And for me, it's this lime green color. It's a pretty green. So just go ahead and finish up this row, slip stitch join, chain 1, and repeat row 7 for row 8. So I'm at the end of row 8, so row 7 and 8 was just 1 half double crochet in each chain. Now we're going to switch colors for row 9. So I'm going to go into that first half double crochet chain, just slip stitch join, but I'm going to grab my next color. So I have this pretty orange color coral color. I'm going to pinch here, yarn over, pull through. I'm going to find that green. I'm going to pull that down tight. I'm going to go ahead and cut this pink so it's not in the way. So that pink is out of the way now. Green, I'll just sit there. Kind of pinch here, pull that down a bit. Chain 1. For row 9, now we will begin our decreases. So in the same chain, our first chain and that second chain, we are going to make a half double crochet decrease, but we are going to need to do this in the front loops only. So we're going to wrap that yarn around our hook. We're going to look for that front loop only here. Okay, we're going to dip down. And you don't have to do the front loops only, but so I went into the front loop, dip down, and then I'm going back into the front loop of that next chain. So now I have these 2 loops here. I'm going to yarn under and just pull through both. Now I have 3 loops, yarn over and complete. And that just turned those both chains into 1 chain. So now in the next 5 chains, we will make 1 half double crochet in each. And now we will repeat our pattern. And if you can't get into the front loops, so here's our next 2 chains here. I can just go in, yarn under, pull through, go into the next one, yarn under, pull through, and I will have 4 loops on my hook, and then I can yarn over and complete it like that if you want. But I like going into the front loops. So I'm going to go into the front loop, dip down, front loop, yarn under, pull through, oops, front loop, and I just pulled through both of those front loops. Now I got 3 loops on my hook, yarn over, pull through all 3. And we're doing a repeat pattern here. So for the next 5 chains, just 1 half double crochet in each. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Next 2 chains, we got to do that decrease in the front loops. Front loop, dip down, front loop, decrease. Next 5 chains, 1 half double crochet in each. 2, 3, 4, and 5. I'm just going to stuff that pink here. You can go ahead and cut the green too if you want. Cut the green. Take that green and just stuff it inside that egg. And you can do that with the beginning tail too. So you can just stuff those in there. Those will be fine in there. They're out of the way. So now we are repeating that pattern. So that means in the next chain, 2 half double crochets. Or no, decrease, I'm sorry. Oops. That means in the next 2 chains, we're doing a decrease in the front loops. And now in the next 5 chains, one half double crochet, 3, 4, and 5. Let's see. Did we do a decrease at the beginning? We did do a decrease at the beginning. But in these last 2 chains, let's go ahead and do the decrease. So we'll go into those front loops. It's all right. We need this to shrink up anyways. So now I'm going to slip stitch join up top here. And tighten that down. So now we just finished row 9. So now we are at row 10. And now what we're going to do the same thing that we did for this row right here. But so we're going to make the first 2 chains a decrease and then 1 half double crochet in the next 4 chains instead of 5. And that is how each row will be from here on out until the 12th row. So chain 1 in the front loop of the first and second chain here. Sometimes in the beginning it's a little hard to find the front loops. Decrease. Next 4 chains, 1 half double crochet in each. So we're basically repeating row 9. Just row 9 was decrease and then 5 chains, 1 half double crochet in each. So this row's 4 chains, 1 half double crochet in each. So that's 1, 2, 3, and 4. And now we need to do a decrease. Front loops. And that front loop, yarn under, pull it through those 2 loops. Got 3 loops on my hook, yarn over, pull through all 3. Next 4 chains, 1 half double crochet in each. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And now decrease again in the front loops. Front loop, yarn under, pull through those front loops, yarn over, and complete. That is looking pretty. I like it. Next 4 chains, 1 half double crochet in each. And now decrease time. Front loop, loop, decrease. Next 4 chains, 1 half double crochet in each. So it's 2, 3, 4. Let's see. I think in the last chain, let's see. I guess last chain's supposed to be 1. On this very last chain, just 1 half double crochet. And now we will slip stitch join, yarn under, slip stitch, tighten that down. So we made 2 row sets. Row 10 we just completed. There's row 11, chain 1. And we are basically doing the same thing we did for row 9 and 10. This time we're going to do our decrease in the first and second chain, and then we'll just make 1 half double crochet, 1 half double crochet, 1 half double crochet, and then repeat. So now it's 3 half double crochets in a row. So we'll go into this front loop. Go into the next front loop, yarn under, decrease. So now the next 3 chains, 1 half double crochet in each. That's 1, 2, and 3. And now repeat. So you already know what to do. Next 2 chains, make that decrease in those front loops. And now next 3 chains, 1 half double crochet in each. So just finish this row up on your own. I will meet you back at the end of this row, and we are going to grab that polyfill stuffing. We're going to stuff our cute little egg, stuff it with a little bit of beans, finish up that last 12th row, and then stitch it up. So before I make a last chain, so I did the decrease, and then 1, 2, 3 half double crochets. We'll do 1 more half double crochet in that last chain. But before we do that, I'm going to go ahead and stuff my egg. So I got the name brand polyfill. I definitely recommend using the name brand polyfill over the generic cheaper brands. This stuff is great. I first used the generic brands for the longest time, and I had found the original polyfill from Walmart, and it was only like $6 for a giant thing of it. And this stuff lasts forever. You don't even need that much of it at all. So I definitely recommend using the real polyfill. So we're going to go ahead and stuff. We're going to stuff this really, really well. So we definitely want it stuffed really full. And this chenille yarn definitely stretches really, really good. And you just kind of pull it apart, form it the way you want, but definitely overstuff. Overstuffing this is definitely the key. Look at that egg so far. Ah, it's so cute. Okay, so, and I do want to add beans. So let's grab our beans. And we don't need like a whole lot, so I'm just going to grab like a little handful here. Shift through it. The ones that are cracked open, I don't want. Don't want the peeling ones, don't want the cracked ones. I want the ones that are not cracked. Just a little handful. I think that's good on the stuffing. Let's go ahead and drop the beans in it. And it'll kind of look like the beans are wanting to fall out. And that's a good thing. So we definitely want enough beans. Trying to move this along for you all so this video is not too long. And that seems good to me. So now I'm going to go ahead, put my hook back into, and it's okay if a couple beans fall out. So I have this last chain here, so I'm going to make 1 half double crochet in this last chain. And before I seal it up, I might just stick a few more beans in it, just, you know, like 4 or 5 or something. I'm going to go up here to that slip stitch join, slip stitch, tighten that down. Now we're on the last row here. So we will basically be doing the same thing. We'll make our decrease in the first and second chain, Then the next 2 chains, 1/2 double crochet in each, and then repeat the decrease, and then 1/2 double crochet in the next 2 chains, and then decrease. That'll be our last row. We'll have a small hole. You can stuff a little bit more beans in it, and then we're going to grab our doll needle or yarn needle, and then we'll begin to close it, and then it's done. And then you have like a really cute weighted decoration for Easter. So cute. And also, these beans can be a choking hazard for small children, which actually they would be. So please be advised with that. Please make sure you don't have this near small children. So let's go ahead and finish this up. So we got our decrease here. And I don't have any grandkids yet, and my kids are all older. Pretty much 2 of them are adults, and then I have a 16-year-old as well, so I don't have to worry about you know, the choking hazard thing. But I'm gonna skip a chain here. So there's a chain right here, 1/2 double crochet in the next 2 chains. Oops, sorry. It's okay if a few beans fall out. So now we're going to repeat our decrease, go into the front loops. And make the decrease. Next 2 chains, 1/2 double crochet in each. And then decrease time. Next 2 chains, 1/2 double crochet in each. Let's decrease. Now 2/2 double crochets in each. Decrease. Last 2 chains, 1/2 double crochet in each. And this is our last row. Okay, so let's pull that up. I have room to stuff a few more beans. And this will give a nice weight at the bottom, so it stands up real perfect. So we'll just kind of move the beans around a bit. Push them in there. So there's a couple more there. All right. I'm just going to prop that up against that bag, and we'll grab my doll needle real fast. These are really, really handy. The eye's small. That is why I recommend twisting some wire. So this is just one straight wire. I fold it in half and twist it at the bottom. So we're going to cut this yarn tail here. Oh, I need a slip stitch join. Slip stitch join right here. We need just a little bit of a yarn tail here. Let's just pull that through. Just pull that out. I'm going to thread this with this wire here. Like that. Grab that doll needle. Pull that through. And now ready for sewing. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to go into, you go into the front loops if you want. That's what I'm going to do. Or you can go through both loops and just kind of work it closed. You could always do every other. This chenille, it sometimes can tear and rip. So you might feel like it might be best to go through every other front loop maybe, or I'm going for every front loop here. And just pushing it closed. Almost done. And see, this worked up pretty fast. It takes about an hour, I'd say, with prep time. So if you got, you prep, you grab everything, get it together, and start the pattern, you could probably get it done in 45 minutes, maybe less. You might be like a super fast crocheter. So now I'm just going to try to work around in a circle. Right in through here. Go in a circle. And once you have it all, you know, nice and finished and it's the way you want it, you can always take a sewing needle and thread, add a few stitches to it to make sure this doesn't come undone. But as long as, you know, kids or pets don't get a hold of it, you know, it's not going to come apart on you. You know, if you don't have that going on. So and now you just gotta kind of mold it. So there's our bottom, just like that. How cute, right? And there's your egg. All done. I love it. I definitely love it. It's weighted. I like it. See how that bean about popped out? Did you see that? See, these beans can come out. I know most of it looks pretty tight, but if a kid's playing with it, or there might be one loose stitch there, a bean can fall out. That is why it is considered a choke. Beans are, you know, considered a choking hazard. So if you got kids, keep this way up high in a closet, or, you know, make a little pouch with beans. You know, sew it all the way around on 4 sides or something, or, you know, just try to take preventative measures so, you know, little children don't get a hold of it. But yeah, so there you go. You got your weighted Easter egg. So thank you all so much for joining me. I had a lot of fun designing this and teaching it to you. And I hope you make a ton of them. And I will see you guys really soon. We got a St. Patrick's Day pattern coming up. Oh, let me show that to you real fast. So I'm going to be teaching this within the week. This is a necklace. So I got this chain spool at Walmart. You know, it had a whole bunch of these. And then I made this 4-leaf clover with the jasmine puff stitch here. And then with these shells here. So I really like it. I'm going to hang this in my car on the rear view mirror. It's going to look great. And we also have the petal stitch blanket. So that is coming up this week as well. Check out this beautiful pattern. This is so lightweight and so soft. So this baby blanket is also coming up this week. So yeah, that's what you got to look forward to this week. this baby petal stitch blanket and this 4-leaf clover car hanger, the rear view mirror hanger um, necklace. So yeah, so I thank you all so much, and I will see you guys really, really soon. Thank you guys. Bye-bye. Also real quick, I wanted to tell you all, if you all wanted to make these cute little duck feet to put at the bottom of your weighted eggs, I do have a tutorial. The tutorial is, it's a duck beanie toy, so it'll say like duck beanie doll or beanie toy in the part 2. So the part 2 at the end of the video, it teaches how to make, well, it teaches how to make the duck feet in the beginning of the video. And then at the end of the video, it teaches how to sew it on. So you can have a cute little weighted egg with cute little duck feet sticking out the bottom, just like this one. And I will put the video link right here at the top left of your video, and you'll see a little ducky. So just click on that video, the part 2, and I'll put the part 2 tutorial right here. Click on that and it'll open right up, and you can learn how to do that as well. So thank you guys, and I will see you guys really, really soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.